We begin the day and Holy Week by entering Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a city filling with pilgrims to observe the Passover. Tensions are running high. Those people haven't had their independence since being taken into exile into Babylon. After that, they were conquered by the Persians, the Greeks, and now they're part of the Roman Empire. I'm left wondering if the pilgrims on the road to Jerusalem walked by Roman crosses filled with the dead. Supposedly a common occurrence to emphasize and to symbolize the power of the empire. Many, many words and emotions this morning. Words of joy and exultation, words of condemnation, words of comfort during pain and during a death that I can't begin to imagine. What have you heard so far? I notice, began to accuse, no legal basis 3 times. Crucify him, crucify him. Voices won out. Don't cry for me. Forgive them. Breathed his last. But also, from our beginning liturgy, the liturgy of the Palms, its master needs it. The throng began rejoicing. Scold your disciples. Stones would cry out. Every Holy Week, I find that I go through a sort of an emotional wringer. I feel joy, an incredible sadness, a heart that breaks. And at the end, I find love and wonder and hope. There really isn't much to say after the Passion. So I'm going to just simply leave you with a poem by Steve Garnis Holmes. The stones would cry out. Some of the Pharisees in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, order your disciples to stop." He answered, "I tell you, if these were silent, the stones would shout out." They do shout out. All creation cries out in praise of love. All creation defies the threats of tyrants and the certainty of merchants. Shouts for fragile beauty and the giving of life. The forests cry out. The rivers cry out. The stones do cry out. The stones and walls separating rich from poor. The stones carved with cruel laws. The stones piled up ready for the next heretic. The stones desecrated by greed-spilled oil. Your brother's blood cries out to God from the ground. The stones cry out. All creation cries out in praise of love, in defiance of injustice, in mourning for our violence. Listen to the cries. Listen to what the earth, even as we wave our palms, cries out. Listen to the stones. Amen.